Welcome to the Sedona International Film Festival. This is our 25th anniversary. We are coming to you live from the Sedona Rouge Hotel. Sedona Rouge is one of our sponsors, along with Black Magic Design and Digitech, so we'd like to thank our sponsors. I'm Carol Kahn, and I'm introducing you to Monica and Jessica. Thank you for being with us, two filmmakers from the film
Pozole.
Yes. Okay, and Pozole is is like a home food, but that has nothing to do with your film.
Yeah, well, it does have something to do with the film. The film definitely involves how food culture and tradition is passed on, and when that lineage breaks, like, are you breaking from your heritage? So it's definitely thematic, and I think it's a very important social soup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the film.
Yeah, so it's a dark comedy about a mixed-race Mexican woman who goes back to reconnect with the Mexican side of her family, and she accidentally kills her grandma by telling her she's a vegetarian. Using dark comedy, we wanted to really talk about something that is very socially important to our minority group, and I'm half Mexican and often have a lot of trouble feeling, am I a part of this? Am I this enough or not enough? And where do you sort of fall culturally? And so we're dealing with all of those themes through comedy.
Wow, okay. And then you are an actress. You are an actress in the film.
Yes, I played the mother. I played the full-blown Mexican mother of the hybrid
very
Mexican
daughter.
Yeah.
And also a fun fact is that Monica's actual mother plays our grandma in the film.
Oh, awesome!
Yes,
she was 89 at the time.
At the time.
And
she's
she
90. Yeah.
She was it's her acting debut.
She has an IMDb credit now. I couldn't believe it. I showed it to her. And she's like, what is that? But once I showed her, exactly what it was, I said, do you know how many actors that I know in LA would kill to get this? So
it's adorable.
That's awesome. Well, we do have a clip that we'd like to show.
Tengan cuidado que viene la gringa.
Just in case everybody thought it was dramatic. I'm just going to put on there that it's a comedy.
Well, I heard the two of you laughing when we were just watching this. So, watching it over again and again, do you still laugh at what you've done? Or
I probably have a very different experience with that than Monica does, because I've watched it so many times and have gone through that. I think as a filmmaker, you go through the waves of, I really love this thing. Oh, now I really hate it. Oh, now everybody's going to hate it. Oh, no, what's happening? What's wrong? How much money did we spend? Nobody's ever... just the waves of, and then getting into a room of a lot of people and the power of comedy being presented to a room of people and feeling laughter and seeing all of the jokes hit and those things, that it's like, oh, no, it's funny. It's good. Yeah. But she had a very different experience, watching it with her family.
Yeah, no, I laugh every time. I think it's, it's a deceptively simple story that's layered thematically, but also just in terms of the visual storytelling. I mean, the jokes are endlessly visual, so I'm always catching something or appreciating something more. I watched it on a computer screen with my family when we were together for Christmas, because we're not allowed to share it, the link. And they were just, they got every nuance and every joke, and they were guffawing, and 3 minutes in, can I tell them the reference?
Sure.
Okay. Maybe 1 minute, and my brother-in-law said, "Oh, this feels very Wes Anderson," which is, I know, something that we had talked about referencing when we were filming it. So it was like, bingo, you got it.
Yeah, you said that your heritage is Mexican.
Yeah, so my family, I am half Mexican. The Mexican side of my family, though, comes from Tucson. Mm-hmm. And the story is that my great-grandmother turned 100 in 2015. And my family is crazy, so instead of like having one normal party, they had 3. And my grandmother at 100 years old loved tequila. Like she was a little bit of a stereotype and a lot crazy. And so they went really hard. There was mariachis at every single party, like buying out restaurants, kind of levels of crazy partying. And by the end, she was so exhausted, she died 5 days later. She was just like, and I'm out. Like, that's how I'm going to leave the world. I did all of the things. She was on the Smucker's jar on, like, the Today Show and did the whole thing and then was just like, peace, I'm done. She spent her whole life in Tucson, and nobody talks about this part of our culture that has always been in America, didn't immigrate, has been here since before the Mexican-American War, was redrawn, and has a very specific identity with America because of that. And it's really complicated, and all of that I wanted to layer into the story. And some people really get that. Some people just see a comedy. Like, there's a varying degree. I have people crying afterwards and people laughing. Like, it's just the scope of people understanding the cultural importance of the film is really vast and really like powerful and interesting. Yeah.
Now this is your first film that you actually it's your baby.
That's like my whole baby that I wrote, that I like was like, nope, I'm keeping all of the power. I'm going to tell people what I want and I'm going to get it. Yeah. We won a grant for this film from a company called WeTransfer, which is why they're our executive producers. We crowdfunded for quite a few $1,000s and then got to pitch to them for the grant. And this has a $250,000 marketing package that they've given us. So it's really going to get nice in public. So it was the first one that I really could. I had the resources to say, this is going to be my baby and I'm going to make all of the artistic decisions that I want. Yeah.
And how intimidating is it? You had mentioned that, you kind of rely on the audience because you're not really sure if it's a good film, not good film. So you're really relying on other people's reactions. So when you're sitting in the theater and watching people, what's going through your mind? How are you feeling? And
yeah, generally relief, because people actually do really laugh and you can hear, most of the stuff I've done before this, and I'm an actor that is turned into a writer-director, and a lot of that is drama, and you can't tell with drama how people feel in the moment. There's just no way to gauge, if they're not, if you can't hear sniffles, it's just, people could be silent and loving drama. With this, it's so much easier, because as soon as we get a laugh within the first 10 seconds of the film. And from there, as long as you get that first laugh, it's just sort of like a wave of, I'm making people feel things and I can hear it. And the energy in the room is so there's not really anything like it. Yeah.
And Monica, how being an actress in the film, and do you go through the same process, like hoping that people are going to react a certain way when your part is happening?
It's really strange. It's such a different, because I've come from the theater and I've done film, television, and a lot of theater. And as she was saying, we don't have the luxury of the live in the moment response. So, of course, I hope they respond to it. And yet, there's something that happens in this kind of work. It's a different kind of just relinquishing the performance. You only have so much power, and it's in the moment when you're actually filming, and then you're at the mercy of a hopefully a good editor, which I have in this case, and the director. So I haven't yet seen the film in the theater yet, so I'm looking forward to that experience.
Okay, and so when is your film being shown?
It is being shown on Friday at 7 p.m. at the Harkins in Theater 1, and yeah.
And this is going to be your first time on the big screen that you see it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
do you have family coming in?
I do not.
No, we're doing we had a New Mexico, this is our third festival, and we're doing that. So it's kind of like everybody gets to come to what's closest to them. It's great.
Well, very good. Well, congratulations.
Thanks
to
so
you.
much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
wonderful to be here.
And how can people find out about the film?
We are on all social media at Pozole Film. You can also see all of our screening dates on our website at pozolefilm.com. We're out there.
Okay, awesome. And so that while you're around, and even if you have time, to hashtag Sedona Film Festival
Yes.
Film Fest 25.
Yes.
So make sure you hashtag everywhere that you are.
All right,
Great.
hash coming up.
Yeah. Hashtag.
Oh, hashtag. Okay, that's
Hashtag.
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 I think I took a real turn.
Yeah, so much for a dark comedy.
It's the Sedona vortex. I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, if all of you are out there, it's hashtag Sedona Film Fest 25. We will be back with more from the Sedona Film Festival after this.